My friends, welcome to Talk Casual. We're broadcasting all over the Outer Rim tonight. To the left of me is the dancing monkey himself, Ian.
I think technically I'm more to the southwest, if we want to be
Yes,
accurate.
but to the left of my screen is
To the left on
Ian.
the screen, am I? I'll
Yes,
have to take your word for it because I can
correct.
only see a small window here.
Ah, well, that's a shame. As always, I'm the Grand Master of Salt, Ariel. First, a word for our sponsors. Do you want to avoid hacking and unsolicited mail? Try NordVPN today. Wait, no, we're not.
What the hell are they sponsored us?
No,
Wait,
no,
don't
they're
you mean
not.
Surf Shark? I thought it was Surf Shark.
No, they're
Is
not.
it NordVPN or is it Surf Shark?
Yeah, I don't know. No, we're not sponsored by NordVPN. But
Well,
everyone
yeah.
seems to be not sponsored by NordVPN, so I thought I'd go the way. Actually, no, we're sponsored by Tez's Games. Tez's Games, they're open. They've got your Armada, X Wing need. Head there right now. Well, not right now. They're closed, but wait till tomorrow. All right.
Wait till tomorrow.
What are we talking about tonight, Ian?
Well, I don't think we have any real X Wing news or any Armada news, but we have something even more exciting. Mandalorian.
Yes.
Yeah, season 2 started back up. So, you know what? Why not? We've been watching that. We haven't had time to play games or go out and have some fun. So we just sit at home watching Mandalorian now.
Yeah, I have been playing games. I've been playing TTS. So.
True. Yeah, you'll be on TTS.
Yes. So I'll talk about it a little bit later. So let's talk about the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Apparently you've done something. Apparently you had some fun with that. Apparently.
Well,
yeah, fun. I didn't get a chance to. You had some fun, which I didn't get a chance to participate in, sadly. But yeah. Anyway,
well.
Let's talk about the fun stuff.
Let's talk about the Mandalorian. So the Mandalorian started off with the episode The Marshal. So the Marshal was about Mandalorian, of course, heading off to Tatooine. Back to Tatooine, as always. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Back to Tatooine.
Another Tatooine episode. And then
another one.
Yeah, and then like straight off the bat, you see what we thought was Boba Fett. I almost like, nah, this can't be. It's too early to have Boba Fett in here.
Well, hang on. We're going too far ahead in the story, mate. It's just before he goes to Tatooine, he was told to go to Tatooine.
Yes.
Yes. Missing the whole scene there, the whole opening scene in there where you see
fight.
The fight scene.
Yeah.
You got the two. What are those creatures called? I've forgotten.
The pigmen.
The green. Anyway, the green kings.
Yeah, from Jabba's palace.
Exactly. I actually really enjoyed watching because they were a lot more, physical. They were more, really getting in there with those vibro-axes. And it was pretty cool, actually. I really liked that whole scene, that whole underworld, fighting, or who knows, maybe it wasn't underworld. Maybe it was all, legal. Who knows?
Yeah.
But,
and they had
the fact that
and they had the vibro-axes. The vibro-axes.
Yeah, the vibro-axes, yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, but given the fact that one of them got shot in the end because I think the other guy's the one he was it the guy with the Cyclops guy?
Yeah.
I forgot what his name was. But yeah, I thought it was really hilarious that when his guy was losing, he shot the opponent.
Yeah.
And all guns on the Mandalorian.
Yeah, that was a pretty good scene, especially when he gets the darts out again and Baby Yoda puts the flip on.
Yeah, knows what's coming and whacks his whacks it closed. That was pretty hilarious. My kids loved that. My kids love the show. They really do.
Yeah, that was.
And
it was really interesting scene as well. So the actual what we thought it was like some kind of Outer Rim kind of town of some sort, which would be interesting what kind of name it would get, but everyone was thinking it was Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah, what were those creatures? Do you know what the creatures were that he was walking through all the lights, and then at the end when that Cyclops guy pretty much betrays him and says he's been killing the Mandalorians to take their armor off them because everyone seems to love Beskar.
No,
everybody in the galaxy seems to love it.
I'm not quite sure what they were actually. So,
yeah, I don't know what they were, but yeah, I thought that was hilarious when he said, "Yeah, tell me you won't die by my hand." And as soon as he said that, I thought, yeah, but he ain't gonna live. He ain't walking away from this.
Patrick, we're planning to get some X-Wing streamed on here. We're still X-Wing and Armada streaming. It's just that we're more Armada than X-Wing these days. When we get back
at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. Once we get back to the store, we'll have some more casual X-Wing stuff. But we're mostly focusing on Armada streaming these days. So, but yeah, those I'm not quite sure what those animals are called, but yeah, it was really cool. It turns off the light and it's just.
Yeah, I know. You see all those red eyes coming for him. It's quite hilarious. And then he goes to Tatooine and he meets up with someone we've already met before.
Yes. The mechanic from the.
Hey, we probably should have said, hey, guess what? Spoilers, complete spoilers in this. But
yes,
you know,
actually,
hey, if you're a Star Wars fan,
yes.
you haven't seen it by now. You know what? Shame on you.
Yeah, it's like almost been a week, guys. Come on, let's get onto it. Yes, we are reading the comments there. Hi, Yashmali. So, yeah.
I can't read the comments because I haven't logged in with a new laptop.
Boo.
Yeah. Hey, Mars.
Yeah.
Mars, how much money does it cost if you stick it in the wrong hole?
Well, 1,000.
I found out if you stick it in the wrong hole, it costs $1,420.
Oh well.
And that gets you a brand new gaming laptop.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's how much they cost here in Australia, people.
Patrick says they were all Javas. I don't think they were Javas. I think they were more like dog kind of things. I think they were the red-eyed things that attacked from that when they turn off the light and they attack the Cyclops guy. He's thinking it's Javas.
Javas, yeah, probably.
Probably.
I'll take his word for it. He knows more probably about the law than what we do, but
yeah,
he lands on Tatooine, and interesting this time when he lands in that space dock with what's her name? Do you know her name? I can't remember.
No, I can't remember names. It's Star Wars names.
It's Star Wars. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, she was excited to see the baby, and yeah, strangely after what happened at the end of season 1, he doesn't seem to have a problem with droids working on his ship anymore.
No,
character growth.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially what happened to I'm thinking
IG-11.
IG-11. There we go. IG-11.
How can you forget IG-11?
I couldn't forget IG-11. It's just been a long day today for me. I've been came back from work. I'm not going to talk about it. But
oh god, we've already spent an hour so far before the show talking about your work.
No, Patrick, keep on typing, mate. We're more than happy to listen to your comments. So,
we should probably just get him on board, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should. Correct.
Send him the link. He can join us. Or would that be too hard for you to include him?
Probably a bit too hard for me.
Oh, okay. Too hard for your technical skills to include the third person.
Maybe next time.
Next time. Okay, you'll get you know what, next week, Patrick, you and Rob, you have to join us next week for a Mandalorian breakdown talk.
The Mandalorian chat on talk.
Yeah, we're probably going to do this every Thursday. We're going to talk about Mandalorian because we're not pling tabletop games at the moment. No. So
we're going to feel content. Content.
Yeah. So that we also got introduced again to a droid with a faulty motivator.
That's actually the exact R2R unit from A New Hope.
Now it's not a rebuilt one; it is the actual one they used.
No, it's a rebuilt one.
It's a rebuilt. It's obviously the same one. Yeah, I knew it was the same one, but I was just curious to know if it was actually the one that it leftover prop, or if they had to rebuild it. I assume they would have to rebuild it. Yeah,
it's a rebuilt it, but it's the same. Yeah. It's basically the same one not the same one, but it is the actual, continuation of that unit.
Yeah.
So the Java didn't sell off to Luke, so it went to someone else.
Yeah, Tatooine, because it's not the only thing that turned up from the movies again, is it? It's just, no. It seems to be.
Yeah. Just
a lot of the same things. A lot of things keep reappearing in the show, but Anyway, let's move along. So. Yeah, they had their little chat. I almost wondered if he'd leave Baby Yoda with her to babysit again, but no, he took him with him out to the desert to some place. Was it Mos Peter or something like that?
Yeah. There's a new moss.
The hidden moss.
The hidden moss.
Yeah, for a lot of moss on a desert planet.
Yeah. I like the swoop bike when he put Baby Yoda on the side. That's responsible parenting right there.
Absolutely.
Out of rim style.
Absolutely.
Imagine
Baby Yoda looked quite happy with it as well, just sitting there smiling the whole way across the ride. So
imagine putting your little ones on the side there.
Oh, they'd love it.
Yeah, I know your ones.
My little one's already out in the farm, just gets in this little motorized go-kart, chucks the other kids in there with her, and then boom, off they go for an hour. We don't see them. Yeah. She's only 10. She's already driving that around. So my kids are gone. They're already into this stuff straight away.
Yeah.
But it's interesting though. You see him throughout the whole series though. As you said, out there, he catches up with his friends, the Sand People again. I'm kind of curious. How's he friends with all these Sand People?
I'd say that he has to been. That's the thing. Are Sand People just native to Tatooine?
I think they are the natives or something. Well, native as native can be, yes.
So I presume he's been.
They say they're native.
I presume they've been to Tatooine he's been to Tatooine so many times that he must have got.
Yeah, because I remember that that first one where they had the first one to Tatooine, and he had that episode where the Sand People just sneak up on him and they just start straight away talking to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that was just pretty awesome. And they went more into that this time, like just the whole episode, just the way they interact with the Sand People, and you just see them more as just, you know, savages, and I killed them like savages.
Yeah.
I slaughtered them like savages or something. I think his line is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that's probably the downside to that. It was more like that kind of let's talk about the native people scenario. I'm like, oh, here we go. let's do that. You know
I didn't think it was in your face. It
wasn't in the face, but it was there. Yeah, like you know,
it was there, but it was good there. It wasn't like here we go. Here we go. It just
felt a little bit like it, but I'm like, you know what? I'll live with it. That's fine. Totally fine with that.
Because it was pretty much brought us nothing but hilarity and more lore. So actually, I quite enjoyed it. So
I want to talk about one thing and about the swoop bike, and then the Marshal's Cobb Van's ride.
Yep. Well, we move into the Marshal because you know he's sort of the main character there. But yep. Was
that Anakin's pod racer?
You know what?
I've been looking at pictures.
Confirm it. I don't know if they confirmed that it was or it was a part of a pod racer, but whether or not it was his pod racer, it's hard to say.
I've been looking at side to side going, showed up again. That looks so close. It's just missing the bottom bit. Like it's got the two bits at the top and it missing the bottom bit.
Well, you think about it, like that was about, that pod race was probably, 34, 35 odd years beforehand or something? How old was Annie at the time? Annie was like 9, and then when he knocked up Padme, he probably would have been, in his early 20s. So then by the time Luke got around, when he was how old was Luke Luke was
about his 20s, 30s. So it's about
probably his 30s, so it's about 40 years?
40, 60 years.
46 years, yeah, it's probably 46 years. So if that thing's still around 46 years, you know some parts are going to be replaced.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's not going to look the same. So
it wasn't the full thing, but you could tell it's been done up a little bit. It's like, and it's just one pod, one of the pods, and a sidecar attached to it. So, but it
looked pretty cool.
It looked awesome. Like I did the whole Leonardo DiCaprio, meme, he's got that.
Was it like?
Not that one. Not that one. The one he's pointing. He's pointing. It's like there he is. There it is. That one. Yeah.
I don't have a cigarette. I need a cigarette. It's just here we go. Oh, my chair just sunk. Yeah. Then what was his name again? The guy who showed up, the Marshal. What was his name?
His name is.
As he rolls into town.
His name is Cobb Vanth. Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth. Yeah. Now, did you read the Aftermath books?
No, that's where that
it comes from there. Yeah. It's quite interesting. The story's not as consistent. Is what is in there, like his backstory to that. And I could have sworn he actually was around Tatooine, not out in the mining town, I thought.
No, he was there. He was there. But there was a different story. I don't want to ruin it for other people who haven't read it. But it's a little different.
But if you haven't read it by now, you're not a Star Wars fan, so screw you.
I haven't read the books, but
I'm gonna spoil it for you then. Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Go ahead. I've already listened to it.
You know what? It is such a small part of the story. It's kind of like a bit of a filler.
Yeah.
But pretty much, he does find it on the Jawas, but instead of trading for it, I think he just takes it. I think from memory, or he takes it from someone.
Yeah, he finds it and then he tells it. He takes it.
Like some others were wanting it.
Yes. Correct.
And he said, "Oh no, you can take all that, but I'm taking this." Where in this story, he pretty much trades for it. So with the Jawas, but yeah, because apparently they don't allude to how the Jawas got it. They sort of do because when Jabba's floating palace blew up, it exposed a lot of the Sarlacc and the Sarlacc pit that Boba fell into. And apparently, Jawas and raiders have been going into the Sarlacc stomach and stealing everything out of it. And they actually it's actually really funny because the fat guy who cried over the loss of
the Rancor.
The Rancor, he's actually in the book too.
Yes.
He's the one who is mourning the loss of the Sarlacc.
Yes.
And how he says the Sarlacc is all, oh no, the poor Sarlacc, it's been exposed, it's dying. And then Marshal comes along and he teams up with him. And I was almost expecting to see him in this episode or something, but that would have been really, really hilarious. But they didn't include him. But no, it was fun. It was good fun. It was and he found it when they were. I'm pretty sure it was in a Jawas palace. I think that might have been killed by some. I can't remember. I think it was in a Jawa truck that was probably slaughtered or something like that, or maybe they traded for it. I can't remember. But yeah, that's how they got out. Apparently, Jawas did take it out of the Sarlacc's belly. They've been taking a lot of stuff out of the Sarlacc's belly, apparently.
Right.
So, yeah, because the whole thing got exposed when the palace blew up. So apparently, they're pretty big. Not just a hole, but it's a big, large thing. So yeah.
Luke says it'll be cool to tie the prequels and original movies together a bit. Yeah, they could. Yeah. They could add more prequel stuff into there. Though they did, didn't they? Didn't they?
I thought the prequel movies and the original movies were tied together by Revenge of the Sith.
A little bit, but like,
together.
well, they did have the clone like a. Oh, geez, I'm losing my line now. They had the Roger in The Last Jedi, so a battle droid in there.
True.
So they had that there. So, but it was also good to see more of the Sand People and how they actually live, and just general, riding in single filed instead of side by side, in the sense.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah. So and just it
was pretty cool, that standoff in the. I was waiting to see how that standoff went. Where in the bar, like he walks in, orders spatchka, and Mando thinks this is another Mandalorian he's about to talk to, finding it strange he's ordering spatchka. And then, they go and sit down. He takes his helmet off, and just that look, like you don't see the guy's face. Yeah. But it's just amazing how much emotion he has, where he starts walking and just freezes when he takes his helmet off. Like the whole episode, there was a lot more emotion. Like even though you can't see his face, it just felt like he was more emotional. Like there's more animated to his, instead of just standing there, just the odd head twitch, and just the way the helmet will kind of bend and twist as he turns his head and stuff. It was. The acting definitely was good in this one. I think.
Did you think it was Boba Fett when they first saw the armor? Or you just thought, no, that can't be him?
Oh, I knew it wasn't Boba Fett. No, I knew straight away it wasn't going to be Boba Fett.
Oh, you've been reading spoilers, have you?
Well, mainly no, not the spoilers. Well, first off, I read the Aftermath books, so I knew straight away as soon as I saw the Boba Fett armor that it's not Boba Fett. They're going to play that story from the Aftermath books. So I knew straight away it wasn't him.
I looked at it, I'm like, something's not right. It's too early, way too quick. And then when he took off the headpiece, I'm like, that's not Boba. I'm like...
It's a thing I'm trying to work out too, because that same episode was in Tatooine. You have that end credit scene where you see someone, they think it was someone in Mandalorian armor who bent down to inspect that dead chick the bounty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was. I still don't know if that was him. Not him though, because didn't that guy was wearing a cape or something?
Not really. You don't know.
No, I have to go back. I'll have to go back and watch that.
You have to probably watch it, but that
might have been him. That's all.
Yeah. So Patrick, I like how Star Wars has animal rights activists now.
Really?
I presume the
Wouldn't surprise me.
The whole killing of the dragon and all that. So,
but Boba's armor though, it's pretty interesting. How they managed to basically rebuild the same armor, like that whole dint on the skull and everything like that, and just having that whole the way all the green paint had started coming off after a while.
Yeah.
It did look really good. So I was really, I don't know, that whole thing is just really good to see. The only thing I don't buy about all that scene, right up to where they meet, before they meet the Sand People, then they start talking about the crate, is when they are riding along on the speeders, and then he's just casually talking to him as they're flying, God knows how fast, with that roaring engine next to him, and they're supposedly having a proper conversation.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah, why the hell wasn't he should have been wearing the helmet the whole time, and they were talking through the helmets. Like, seriously, why wasn't he wearing the helmet? So much trouble laid down the track could have been sorted out if he was just.
Why do you hear TIE fighters and X Wings in space? So let's look at it.
I know. All right. Oh no, that makes sense. I'm happy for that to make sense, but I'm just not happy with the fact that cool, actors on screen. So yeah, you got to see his face. You got to sell his face, obviously, but yeah. It's just funny how he took the helmet off and he didn't put the helmet back on again until they had to go and fight the Great Dragon. That's my little gripe the episode. So you should have had that helmet on more, but I don't know.
How funny was that knock onto the jetpack and he started flying off?
Yeah.
Must be a fault. Yep. Must be the whole those things. They're just faulty. Someone taps you on the back and you start flying off already.
You tell your people I didn't break that. That line. I'm actually watching. I've actually got it playing right now as we're talking about it. And they actually had that whole scene with the bar fight where they're sitting there staring each other down right before the Crate Dragon comes in. I'm just thinking that is a pretty cool scene. So, was it? We're going to do this in front of the kid? He's seen worse.
He's seen worse.
I thought that line was pretty good. It's just like, yeah, he's like, sure, he might be a kid he's a Mandalorian, but he ain't gonna cuddle this kid. He's gonna, this kid's gonna see everything. I suppose technically the kid's older than him. Yeah. 50 years old.
50 years old. So, I love how he watches the match. He's like, oh, look at this. This is fun.
Yeah. I was almost wondering, I wonder if he's going to try and force choke.
Yeah, I was waiting for that too, actually.
I was almost wondering if something like that was going to happen or something. But I think he knows, though, you got a Mandalorian full active armor there. It's not like that guy is going to be able to shoot him.
Yeah.
Where the other guy's got his helmet off, and all those Mando's got to do is just pull it out and boom, straight in the head. So... yeah, that's fun. But yeah, then the Crate Dragon comes through, eats the
I love it. I love how it eats the sand people and the
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
They put the banther out to try and trap it, and then maybe open to some ideas. And then that was hilarious. They'll be open to some ideas, and I thought, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really interesting actually because just watching that whole interaction, the way he was talking with him this time, and the way they're negotiating, it was pretty cool actually.
Mm-hmm.
They said it can't. Actually, what was the scene up front? It can't be that big.
Yeah.
Was it? No, that's not the scale.
Yeah.
It's the scale.
It's the scale.
Yeah. It's the scale. And yeah, the whole negotiating. Yeah, look, this whole thing was just a good episode. There's just I don't know if there was really much you could fault in this episode, really.
It was
apart from the fact that he took the helmet off and didn't bother to put it back on until he fought the thing. Like that whole thing I didn't buy, but everything else was good.
Yeah, look, it was probably the whole cliched, let's get together to kill one thing type, storyline. But it was interesting. It was good to see, more stories about the Tusken Raiders and actually, being not being slaughtered by Anakin, being in the base in the camp and seeing those rat dogs they have and being at the camp.
Yeah, that was funny. That whole scene, they're about to shoot them, and okay, this is another thing I thought was really hilarious. When he calls out to calm the dogs down so he can go up and pat them, he puts his hands up towards his helmet, like he's about to project his voice through his helmet. It's just like how does that work? It's like, yeah, cool. I'm just going to stick this in front of me, and then I'm going to, put my hand here and be like, and that's going to help. I thought that was hilarious. I know it's an acting thing, just to kind of give the audience a clue that he's doing it. But I thought that was kind of hilarious. I just looked at that and I first saw that. I thought, oh man, but it was pretty cool. He walks up, pats the dogs and that sort of stuff. And out come the Raiders, and then he's like, oh shit. And then,
Luke saying Crate Dragon was too similar to June. Oh well, there was this meme on Facebook. It says Frank Herbert, you can copy my work, Star Wars, but don't copy it too much. And they go, okay,
that one, don't copy too much. Hey, Crate Dragons have legs.
Yeah.
Worms do not.
Yeah, true.
I don't recall ever seeing eyes on the worms as well.
No.
Actually, hang on, no, they're not, because the Crate Dragon went through rock. Worms can't go through rock.
Yes, correct.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, Frank Herbert said don't copy too much. I'm like, all right, we'll put our bits into it in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Crate Dragon's bones in the distance seem to scale well to the ones in this episode. Okay.
Yeah, from the when 3PO walked past.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But no,
it's living in an abandoned Sarlacc pit. I've been on Tatooine all my life. There's no such thing as abandoned Sarlacc pit. There is if you eat the Sarlacc. Holy crap! What the hell eats a Sarlacc? Crate Dragon, I guess.
Crate Dragon.
Yeah, makes you wonder what else is on Tatooine that they haven't talked about. How many other monsters are there?
There's so many stuff they can. That's probably why they go so much into Tatooines and like people going, "Oh, we're going back to Tatooine." But there's so much stories you can talk about Tatooine. Like there's the.
Well, I don't know if they'll go back to Tatooine.
No, they won't.
Like they only went back one episode last, and they went back first episode this one because he, it's kind of to close the loop on what happened with Boba Fett's armor too. I think just to kind of answer the fan questions, like you know, what happened there. And I think they just kind of
now we're going to answer the big question at the end of the episode. Who do we see?
Yes,
Boba
we see Boba.
We think it's Boba Fett, but it's one
it's Boba Fett because it's the same actor.
It's the same actor of one of the Clone Wars. The clone actor is correct.
Yeah, exactly. He's the exact same actor. It was pretty cool to see him on screen again, really. And there are some people theorizing that, oh man, is he going to become like some type of antagonist for him later on to try and get his armor back or something like that? And I'm thinking, if Boba really wanted his armor back, he would have already gotten it back.
Correct.
Now.
He would have.
The fact that he was standing there watching him go away, I think he realized that you know after he was somehow got out of that, after how he was rescued from the Sarlacc pit, either through or got out by himself. I don't think there's a new canon story on it yet, is there?
No, not
like the only thing we've got is the aftermath where they find the armor. So
yeah,
I don't know. I almost think he might just put that life away. And I think it looked like he was one of the Tusken Raiders actually. Chuck a mask on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking he might be hiding as a Tusken Raider. Yeah.
I don't know if he's hiding or maybe because apparently the Tusken Raiders were raiding the Sarlacc pit as well as the Jawas.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the Tusken Raiders probably found him and they probably just took him in maybe. Or maybe again, like Mando, he probably knew how to speak, probably like Mando, he knew how to speak their language. So he probably just decided to move with them and just to be with them and possibly.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought he would just put the mask on and just blend in with the Tuskens. And that's what I thought too. He could have done that pretty well. As you said, the same reasons he can talk. You know, seems to be like the Mandalorian can talk Tusken. I'm sure anyone else can pick up the language and go from there. So why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if others could as well.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty cool. Actually, one of the things I loved as well is that they showed more of the Tuskens as well, and they said they'll make a deal. They won't break the peace unless you want to use Razor Blaster against them. So it goes to show they're not complete savages.
No.
Yes, they're raiders. Yeah, it was quite interesting actually. So yeah, the whole thing was. I'm just watching that whole scene with a shootout where the Marshal comes back and he starts, you know, all of a sudden he's got this armor on. Now he feels confident enough to go and shoot everybody. What's really hilarious about that scene is that when he walks in wearing that armor, only one of them actually shoots him.
Yeah.
Like everybody else they see, he shoots a few people and everyone else just runs. Then they get on the speed bike and then he's looking at them. It's kind of hilarious, really.
Yeah, just like, what's this guy doing here? Let's wait for a couple of minutes and just let him talk. And maybe I'll just draw my gun a bit slowly and bang, I'm dead.
Yeah. It was interesting too that they go into that whole thing like. What happens when the Empire was defeated at Endor, and then by the time the news traveled, like the mining guilds just come in and start taking over and slaughtering people, and which I actually thought was a pretty stupid thing. When the mining guild want to take over, so what's the first thing they do? They go into the bar where more than likely all the miners who they want to exploit to work for them are at drinking. So let's kill all the miners. I know they're painting a scene. but at the same time, I'm like, whoa, okay. That just seems like a bad idea. Yeah, kill all your miners, the people that you want to do the work for you. And then,
See, miners attract a union and so forth. They didn't want all that rubbish.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's probably right. They're probably all part of a union.
Yeah, the mining guild.
Yes. They're part of the union. Part of the union, not part of the mining guild.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's why.
Exactly. That's what it's like. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why it's like, let's just get normal people involved. No unions, no miners. Let's just get the normal people.
Let's get down to business.
Correct.
One of the things too, I think a few people were. Oh, hang on, sorry, I got to correct myself. I said Mando did this. I just saw the scene now, and he actually did this. So maybe
that makes total difference.
Like that make a difference now, does it? So if you're wearing a helmet, your voice is obstructed. So if you're projecting through like some type of speaker, which is what it sounds like he's always talking through. So you're obviously doing this makes a difference.
Absolutely,
and that does help project.
100%. Yeah.
There must be like some type of comm relay that helps to. Maybe it was just like when you tap in the headset, you want to increase the volume. Maybe that's what he's doing. He probably did that. Then he went, his hand came down.
Yeah, 100%. Do you think
makes sense? Doesn't it?
Do you think Boba Fett will be in future episodes? That will be it.
No, I think that's it.
That's it. Do you think Cod?
Well, that's what people. That's what I heard. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up. Because again, it's probably going to come to a showdown. I don't know, lay down the track, and he probably needs help or something. I wouldn't be surprised if Mando actually returns, gives him the armor to come and help him for a little bit. because he might need help somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if
but
that gets thrown up.
So he has to go back to Tatooine.
Hey, he did. He went back to bloody pick up Cara Dune. He went back to pick up the Ugnaught. Was it Krill?
Yeah.
He went back to pick up someone else too, didn't he? Or did he pick up a third person? No, just those two and.
No.
Yeah, it's just those two. Yeah, he picked up them two.
He picked up Krill and IG-11. Yeah.
IG-11. Well, IG-11 and Krill were a package deal.
Correct.
Yeah. Man, I miss IG-11. He was pretty cool.
Mate,
one of my favourite droids.
Luke's saying there could be a Boba Fett spin-off now. Mate, no, it's not going to happen.
No.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen now.
No.
Oh, look, if they do anything Boba Fett related, it'd be like a Boba Fett prequel or something, but...
No,
I know everyone loves Boba Fett, but I think we've kind of seen it. We've seen it we've seen how, how he lost his, clone father Jango in Clone Wars. In Attack of the Clones, you see him in Clone Wars in a few episodes where he's, becoming, bounty hunter and that sort of stuff. You kind of see his progression. Then you see him working for Jabba in Empire Strikes Back, and you see him go down. Then you have him finish his life here and there. I think his story is kind of being told. Like, there's a lot of gap to fill in.
Yeah.
I just don't know if you need to fill it.
Well, look, it's called a fan film. Go and make one if you want what you want to see. It's not going to happen, I'd say. Disney.
Yeah, jump on right
Disney,
to fan fiction.
Disney.
Do your own fan fiction, mate.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah, write your own fan fiction. I think that's what everyone's doing with it.
Why bring? This is from Luke. Why bring Boba back for one episode?
Fan service.
Exactly. Everyone can go. Everyone can go to Leonardo DiCaprio and go.
It's more that whole. They probably would tell a story in there someday, or maybe it'll be a book or a novel or something like that. I think it's just more just to give that whole question. I think it was just thrown in there at the end, just to be like, hey, let's do a bit of fan service. Let's get the original actor back. Let's get the actor back.
Yep.
And let's just have a bit of fun. And well, what would have been really cool though, because the actor who played Boba Fett was also that same blonde actor who was carrying Leia as she's screaming, "Luke, it's a trap!"
Yeah.
It was that same actor, so he's already been on
correct.
visual. So I almost thought how cool it would have been to have almost brought that guy back.
Yeah.
Could you imagine they had to put that guy in this episode at the same time?
Yeah, that'd be awesome too. Actually, yeah.
That would have been hilarious. Maybe he is in the background. Who knows?
You never know. He is a bit older these days. He's
I think that was more like an ending for Boba Fett. I think Boba Fett's just living on Tatooine now, and he's probably living with the Sand People because it looked like he was dressed like them.
Well, he had a gaffy stick, and he had the gun as well.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, we know what those gaffy sticks are for now. Do you know what they're for? They're there to clean the teeth of the Panthers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for. I don't know if you're doing a gesture or not.
Oh, you can't see it. Never mind. Yeah.
No, I can't see your face.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was brushing my teeth.
Yeah. Oh, you're going like this? No, it's like this.
Yeah. It's a multi-tool.
It's a multi-tool. That's what they carry him for. It's for both whacking Luke over the head if, when you're trying to knock him out and steal his droids and his speeder, or you can use them to, clean the Bantha's teeth. So that's probably why it's got that point on there. That point is not to inflict damage. That point has an actual tool. It's a tool. It's an actual purpose. So
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that was just like, hey, just stand there and look busy. And I think the guy just got the thing out. I thought, I might just do this. It's probably just some dumb actor's thing.
That's good. I like it.
I like it. Let's add that. That's exactly what we use them for.
That's what we need. An infomercial now with a Tusken Raider. A gaffy stick is more than just hitting Luke. It's for cleaning Panthers. The more you know.
The more you know. I'm just watching that scene now where the Krayt Dragon does come up, and instead of the Bantha eats a thing, and then they flicks to that scene with the three Tusken Raiders, and they're like, woo! Yeah, they may be open to some ideas. It was quite hilarious, actually. It really was, actually. I really did enjoy it. I'm looking at the Sand People now, and I really did enjoy seeing them interact more. It really was good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was really good.
It really was.
Yeah. Oh, 1 sec. There we go.
Yeah. Right.
1 sec. That's all good. We're all good now.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was a really good episode. It was a really good way to start off, and I can't wait till tomorrow for the new episode.
Where do you call what do you reckon about the whole thing about him being swallowed with the Bantha full of the explosives? You reckon that might have been a bit far?
Yeah, didn't they do that somewhere else? I feel like that. Who else?
Oh, they've done that. They've done that everywhere.
They've done it to death. Yeah, like I'm thinking.
It's been done.
Yeah,
it's been done.
It's been done.
Yeah, it's been done. I thought it was really hilarious when they're trying to draw the thing out. They're shooting those harpoons in it to try and drag it. And it's like, yeah, you got no hope with those things.
Oh, that the crate dragon spitting, just that acid stuff.
Yeah, spits out that acid.
And like, and of course, you know, the Mando goes in. Yeah, I'm cool. Best guy just deals with acid, bullets.
Yeah. Oh, well, it probably wasn't acid because the acid wouldn't have come from its stomach. It would have came from a specific gland. So if you're being eaten by it, like you go into its stomach acid to live it, but I highly doubt you're in the whole thing. And the best guy would protect against it. If it protects against laser blast, surely can protect against the. Then again, it's clothing everywhere else. So
I
just thought it was amazing. I just thought it was amazing that he used. I just thought it was hilarious that he used the stun ability on his rifle to actually get out. You know, that's what was more hilarious. He goes underground, and then it's like flies out. It was funny, but practical. Yeah, but it was funny.
Yeah.
And then what was it? The pearl.
Yeah, the pearl.
The pearl. Yeah, apparently the pearl. It's the pearl is actually made of kyber crystals.
What's that?
The pearl is actually made of kyber.
Kyber.
Yeah, it's actually a kyber crystal. You can actually make light. You can actually make a lightsaber out of it, from it, and it actually makes like this. It makes this like distinct hissing sound.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I was listening to someone talk about it, and yeah, what it is? It's as it's moving through the sand, and it's it eats sand and that sort of stuff. It kind of filters out a lot of that sand, and it actually creates that pearl in its stomach. Something like that. Yeah, apparently it's something that's sought after. Apparently, that's they do like to kill crate dragons to get that pearl out.
Yeah. I heard about.
That's one of the reasons why.
I didn't know. I heard about the pearl, but I didn't hear about the kyber is being a pearl of kyber.
Yeah, apparently it's kyber. You can make a lightsaber out of it. It's it's made from it is made from as it's eating rock and that sort of stuff. Just picks up all those trace amounts of kyber.
Gamorrean guards. Gamorrean guards. That's what the green pig. The green pig guys.
You looked it up, or somebody answered?
Luke said it. He said the Gamorrean guards seem to be skinnier than the ones in Jedi, and then they brought Darth Maul back from the same reasons, like Boba Fett, too popular to stay dead. So Maul was. I think,
true. But, look. Okay, if they do bring something back with Boba Fett, it won't be after this episode. I don't think. I think Boba's just retired, living in the bush, living in the desert now. So I don't think he'll come back in that aspect from then on. But whether they do another episode earlier on, who knows? They probably will. Like somewhere early. They go up in what's the next animated thing? I think they're meant to be doing like a Rebels sequel for After the War with Sabine and Ahsoka or something. I remember hearing in the works with Ezra and Thrawn. I don't think it'll show up in that.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I remember hearing rumors of that, but Ahsoka's meant to show up in Mandalorian
What's
as well.
The Bad Batch stuff that's live action, or is that going to be...
Oh, yeah. Bad Batch. That's coming out, isn't it?
Yeah. Is the Bad Batch animated? I'm not 100% certain. I remember
Possibly. So I wouldn't be surprised if Boba was going to show up anywhere, he'd probably show up in Bad Batch. I wouldn't be surprised. If he's going to probably show up there, because he technically is a clone, so yeah, who knows?
Big call. It would be cool to see Mando and Boba fighting side by side. Says Luke.
Oh, look, it'd be good to see a lot of things as well.
Yeah,
but you're not going to see it.
Well, there's the rumor of Ahsoka appearing in the Mandalorian season 2. There's so much stuff that's supposed to be coming. So, look, at the moment, I'm more than happy just that the Mandalorian's back. There's weekly episodes. We've been waiting so long for this year to something good to come out of it, and here it is. So
something good to come from the
yes,
something good to happen since the Clone Wars episodes.
Correct.
That was good. That was good. Oh, nothing's happened since those last 4 episodes of Clone Wars worth talking about this year.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah. Nothing else this year's been worth talking about.
Yeah. Firm. But no,
the only thing I think I heard some people complaining about with it was that there's no real Baby Yoda was just there. That's it. He was just there. There was no real, just there for that cute, sell kids plushie appeal. There was nothing special about him being involved or being anywhere to do with the plot or anything like that. He was just part of it. But I don't know if that really bothers me, really. I think that's fine because it was a good episode. It can't always be about Baby Yoda, but
they'll have the Baby Yoda episode. This one was really good. I enjoyed it. Can't wait for tomorrow's new one. But it was really nice. Get back into the saddle of the Mandalorian. There's Tusken Raiders, there's Banthas. That's all. Oh, I remember those. I remember those. So it was really good.
Man, I'm just looking at them cutting up that crate dragon for meat, and I'm thinking, man, that's a lot of steak. There's a lot of steak.
It's like I'm going myself. How do they do refrigeration, or do they?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to work out how they store that. They probably dry it all out. I suppose it's not really a problem if they don't like insects out there that can get maggots into the meat. Then they can just really chop the meat up and lay it out and get it dried out pretty quick. And yeah, they can probably do that.
Well, you're the specialist. You're the specialist, Ian. So.
Yeah, I'm the steak eater.
Yeah.
No, they could probably do it as long as there isn't insects that come along. But yeah. It's kind of interesting though that in the end, all Mando had to do was basically just pop him in the head, take the armor, and not have to worry about the crate dragon. But it goes to show his character that he's happy to help out with the crate dragon and trade for the armor to get it back, as opposed to just taking it because his people have a claim on it. It's kind of interesting that whole thing. I'm just watching the part where they pulled out the pearl. They go, ah! With the pearl. They're all celebrating. They get it. It's like the Jawas getting the egg all over again.
Yeah, the egg. Oh, yeah, that was it.
Oh my god, are they already parodying their? Is the show going long enough that they can parody their own spots again? Like there was that whole yay, here's the egg. And they're like yay, now here's the pearl, yay. So what's season 4 going to be like?
That episode went. That was the second episode, wasn't it, of the Java?
It was the second episode. Yeah.
I just love
the episodes only went for 30 minutes on the set.
Oh, I loved that episode when he just walks up and he just sees the Javas wrecking his ship. That made me laugh so hard. I'm like, yeah, that's Star Wars. Yeah.
Careful where you park your ship.
That's it. That's why you park your car in Broadmeadows, for the same reason.
Yeah, don't park your car in Broadmeadows.
That's it. Only Victorians would get that. So.
Yeah. But have you seen that Nicolas Cage movie? I think Lord of War.
No, I haven't. It's one of the ones I need to see. So no.
Oh, it's really a great one. But I'll tell you one scene in it because it's pretty hilarious. But he ends up because he's a gun smuggler. Obviously, he ends up being forced down. I think somewhere in Africa. I think it is. Big, massive cargo plane full of guns and that sort of stuff. Anyway, he says in the film, what would normally take a gun for about 5 hours to empty, a bunch of malnourished natives or something like that managed to empty this airplane full of guns and ran off. It was quite hilarious. Anyway, the authorities eventually catch him on the ground. His plan was to land early, so that way they didn't have to land at the airport and quickly get the guns, so he wouldn't be caught with the guns.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they put him in handcuffs and they leave him on the rock on the side next to the plane. And then you just see this whole thing flashing for the night. It actually says, leaving your car leaving your airplane in this place is the similar to leaving your car somewhere in the Bronx. It's just, it's not going to be there in the morning or something. And anyway, they just see all these cut shots where through the night the entire airplane gets stripped.
Yeah,
it was quite hilarious. It was quite hilarious to watch. Actually, it just reminded me that scene just reminded me of that movie. It was great.
I do know a fun fact about that film. I actually read that they it was actually more money to get replica AK-47s than real AK-47s.
It is. It actually does cost more to get replica AK-47s than get to actual AK-47s.
Yeah, so they actually used real AK-47s for that film because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong. Just don't stick bullets in them.
No, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I just read that.
Stick your bullet to yourself, then you don't have a problem.
I read this back in the day when the movie did come out. I'm like, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's
watch it. It's a good movie.
It's on the list. It's on the list.
Well, we've got all this time. You happen to have all this time now, thanks to your job. So
don't get me started about my job, please. Let's keep this PG on this channel. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that wraps up everything about the Mandalorian. I think we both loved it. We're excited for more.
Yeah.
And sorry, Luke, but I don't think you're going to see any more Boba Fett in Mandalorian.
So what I love about Fridays now, for me, it's Star Wars and Star Trek night.
What Star Trek series is out?
Disco. Disco
Discovery?
Disco's out.
Oh, is that back out again?
Yeah, season 3's back on.
Yeah, the show's been so disappointing, though.
I don't mind it. I watch it. Like it's better than Picard. Let's just go with that.
Oh yeah, it's not going to Picard. Oh.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, Picard's not canon. Yeah. Just like The Last Jedi isn't canon.
Yeah.
That show.
So yeah, it's interesting. It's like I can watch Star Wars and Star Trek on a Friday night.
Yeah, I've still got to catch up with The Boys too. I haven't seen The Boys yet. I got to watch that.
Wow.
I got most of that downloaded, but then naturally you go and stick it in the wrong hole and fry your laptop, and then what happens? So you gotta, I don't think I finished that, did I? Yeah, basically, don't stick headphone jacks into USB ports, people. Yeah, it costs you $1,400 to get in your laptop.
Well, we've learned a lot.
But that's good. But anyway, what else we got to it? Yeah, that's right, the league.
Yeah,
league.
No,
you had something not the league. The league's over in Nationals.
Yeah, so the unofficial.
Hang on a second. Unofficially, I was going to say, how could we possibly have nationals in Australia when there's no prize support, when there's lockdowns? Well, you can't go to stores.
There's always been prize support from FFG anyway, for starters. Let's not go there.
For Australia, very little.
Very little, correct. But let's go over. Big thanks to David and his planning. He decided to do a TTS unofficial Australia-New Zealand Armada Nationals.
Plus Canadian,
one
Irishman.
Plus Irish. So those players who are watching tonight, I'll give you some exclusive. The exclusive cards that I made for this tournament are on their way, and they should be here next week. So I've made some exclusive.
What'd you make? Actually, I didn't see the cards.
I will show you to it later. I can't show it to you right now because David said to keep them a little secret. But some of the viewers have seen it here. But I will show it to you.
Okay.
I've given it a little bit exclusive. So we played 4 rounds of Swiss, no cut. We only had 14 players playing. As I said, there was 1 Canadian and 1 Irishman. The rest were either split of Australian and New Zealanders. It was a 7-7 split of Imperials and Rebels.
Oh, that's a good split.
Yeah, but that was the most interesting split out of it. Now, let me just check. I remember there was about 5 Krista Agates out of 7 Rebels.
So, in other words, that means 5 Starhawks.
No, actually, there was Trash had the winged.
I can just imagine where this is going. Oh, actually, no, I think I know his list. Oh, I can't remember now. What do you have? He had the winged pickle, the MC-80 battle cruiser. MC-80 assault thing, battle Moncaran.
Yeah, Moncaran. Yeah, that's it, Moncaran.
Yeah, Moncaran.
Yeah.
Agate on Moncaran is pretty good.
Yeah, and then I think he.
Hang on, wait. Where did he place?
Not well.
Okay. My Agate on Moncaran is not very good. Still leave her in the Starhawk.
But yeah, so there was 5 agates. Yeah, 2 were on a battle cruiser, I believe. I remember what I saw, but the rest were on the Star Cruiser. The Starhawk. I keep getting Star Cruiser, Starhawk mixed up. Yeah, so so here I got the list now. So yeah, so it's 5 agates, and then 2 Riken. So only 2 at Rebel Admirals for the whole thing.
Oh, yep. See, I needed to be there with Kraken, didn't I?
Yeah, Crackalacken.
Helped in the field out. Yeah, I had to get in there as well.
Yeah. Yep. So 2 Moddies, 1 Sloane, 3 Screeds, and 1 Vader for the rest of the field.
Vader!
Yeah.
Was that you?
No, it wasn't me. I was Screed.
Oh, you know Vader? You were Screed? Oh, yeah, I should have known. Yeah, Screed.
Yeah, Screed.
Yeah.
No, that was Steve. So that was Steve from either Queensland or New South Wales. I can't remember on top of my head. Steve Gibb. He was flying. Flying Onika Vader.
Onika Vader. Yep.
Yeah. So he. Yeah.
Oh, Onika Vader.
Onika Vader. Yeah. It was a very interesting. Yeah, I've got it here. Onika. So Onika class test bed, Darth Vader, strategic advisor, gunner chief Mandalorian, auxiliary shield teams, orbital bombardment cannons, then an Architans with center cord, skilled first officer, reinforced blast doors, enhanced armament, Raider 1 with external racks, Gazanti, 2 with comms nets, then Colonel Gendered, CN Array, Marek Steel, and Valen Rudolph.
So all the work's pretty much been done with the Omega, really.
Correct.
Because the Raiders not going to do much. The fighters are good, but they're not. That's more interference than getting the work done. But the ability to get those re-rolls, long range. I was almost thinking Vader and Omega. It doesn't really have a lot of defense tokens. Like it's only got 3, hasn't it?
But if you
it's only got brace, a redirect, and a thing. But if you keep it back, yeah.
As long as you don't get it hit, then you can use those tokens, whatever, to re-roll. But
it works fine. It's just
you just don't get hit. Simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get hit.
And of course, center cord there to do that relay, that non-nerf relay for your squadron. So
what does where did he place for that?
He didn't do too well. He was 12th.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So 1 and 3.
Okay.
So I'll give you the rundown of the congratulations, of course, to the winner and the organizer of the event. So I call this a bit of a rigged. That's it. So David went undefeated.
If you organize it and you win it, you know it's a rigged competition.
Absolutely. So he went 4 and 0. So he was 38 points. Next was Mac Mackenzie.
He was running his he was running 4 TRCs with Reagan.
2
Thingos and I think some squadrons maybe.
That's
transports.
His usual list. Yeah. Instead of having
his usual one, his engine techs, he'll just shoot you, then bump you, then shoot you, then bump you, then run away.
Yep. I learned that lesson.
Yep.
The thing is, he dropped slicer tools and gave himself a bid this time round. So. Instead of being the 400 points, he gave himself a bid this time round. Mackenzie, now this is interesting. Second player, he was 3 and 1, 27 points. He was flying a Gladiator 2 with Screed, Brunson, Rufus Strategist, Engine Techs, APTs, and Demolisher. Then he had a Raider 2 with Iden Versio, Decaps, Heavy Iron Emplacements, Corvus. Then 2 Gazantes, one with Minister
Heavy iron emplacements on a Raider?
Yeah, heavy iron emplacements.
You got Screed there too, I suppose, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. And you got decaps. Man. Decaps. Think about it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
God. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Then
that's expensive, but that's disgusting.
Well, then he's got the Jerk Santi with Minister Tour, Suppressor, and ECS. And then, then he's got a single Kazanti with Commander Wallet, so that cheap blue dice reroll. What was it? What's the Rebel one doing? You know one I'm on about. Torrenfar. Yeah. The cheap Torrenfar reroll there. Now his squadrons were 2 Decimators, Marek Steel, Colonel Jenin, Moraki, and Dengar.
Yeah, that's a problem.
383 points. So he had a really good bid. He always wanted to go first with demo. And
he got demo, so he went first. He's got 4 activations, hasn't he?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I can see that being a real. That can be a real. Like the demo can be a problem. The enhanced armaments on that Raider, normally you can just ignore a Raider a lot of the time, or you can pop it easy. But the enhanced armaments screen, it's kind of something you got to deal with that bloody thing.
And then Corvus on top of that. So if he places that, what he did was he placed that down first, then all the squadrons, then everything else, and then took away Corvus and put it somewhere safe. Yep. So
move your ships around and
yeah,
those decimators are a rogue, aren't they?
Yeah, correct.
And decimators can decimate. Like 3 decimators is a problem.
Decimators and ruthless strategists on
Dengar.
Yeah, and ruthless strategists on the Gladiator 2. So Gladiator 2 has 2 blues for AA. So think about that.
Now, what does Ruthless Strategist do again? How does that work? That's you give one of your squadrons a damage to give another one a damage?
Correct.
Yeah, it's a killing blow, isn't it? Yeah. It's handy to have if you want to kill someone off.
Yeah, so you've got those decimators there with 8 hull. It's like, I can take a hit. You're dead, you know. If you got like Sienna Ray or anything.
That's something I don't want to deal with.
Yeah, it was very deadly.
Like Decimators are as good as having but basically a Decimator is almost as good as a Raider.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on a second. The Raiders got 4 hull point, haven't they?
Yeah, but Decimator's got 5. No, redirect.
I'm sorry. Raiders don't have redirect.
No, they've got brace and 2 evades.
2 evades, and they pretty much only roll 3 attack dice at the front. And how much does the Raider cost?
Raider costs like 41 points. It's not the greatest.
No, a decimator is pretty much equivalent to a Raider. When you think about it, you could take 2 decimators or you can take 1 Raider. I'd rather take 2 decimators.
Yeah,
costs a little bit more, but
a decimator would cost a bit more. It's in the 50 mark, I think, though. The decimator, though.
Yeah, but you got 2 attacks rolling 3 dice.
22 points. Yeah, 2 decimators. Yeah, one. Yeah, I'd rather take 2 decimators. Yeah, absolutely.
I'd rather take 2 decimators over a Raider.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's the thing. Like decimators are a problem. Like 8 hull. You think about that. A Raider's got doesn't have a redirect. It's only got a brace.
Yeah.
Now, so pretty much for all essential purposes, because you can't redirect any damage away, that thing's only got 6 hit points. Decimator's got 8 hit points.
Yeah.
And you have to throw less dice at it. You can't throw a big attack at it. You can only throw in like 1 or 2 dice at the thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bloody hell. I never really thought about that with decimators and Raiders. Why would you ever take a Raider when you can take 2 decimators?
I don't know. But, hey, Raiders can be done well, like I said.
Oh, Raiders can do well. Raiders can do really well.
Now with the Corvus title, can be that lifeboat.
I was thinking that, yeah.
That lifeboat for an admiral with Corvus.
Well, it counters everyone's favourite red objective.
Surprise
the
attack.
one where you take the surprise attack. Yeah, it really screws up your opponent's surprise attack.
That's it. So, yeah, coming third was me with 25 points.
We only go you fly the same thing.
Sam Burke was fourth. He was really good. He was flying Screed dual interdictor Onega. So we've seen Sam before on the channel.
Oh god, yeah, I don't like that list.
Oh, I loved it. I applaud Sam. Job well done.
Yeah, that's your kind of list, but that's a list where I look at that from the other. He has no squadrons, does he?
Yeah, no squadrons.
Yeah.
He was the same guy flying triple Onegas.
Yeah, he brings that stuff. See, when I look at that list, I just think I've got to crack that.
Yeah.
We've got a ship that sits behind, just plinks you, and I've got 2 ships in front that are just a pain in the ass to kill. It's not. The toughness is in its survivability of that list, and it's just like I look at that and I think, oh, this is going to be work.
So
that list is just work to defeat.
Sam came 2-2 with tournament points, 25 tournament points. Fifth was Simon. He was flying a Sloan Ball with an interdictor and quasar. He was 3-1 and 25 points. So he was the guy from Queensland from Nationals that he was flying the AEST. Then get this. Who was 6? Clint. Clint with an Onega and 2 Simoons. No squadrons. Modi. You know how much?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Well, all right.
400 points?
No, I'll go for the actual list he had. So he had the Onega Star Destroyer, not the test bed, the more expensive one. So Admiral Modi, Skilled First Officer, Linked Turbo Laser Towers, Orbital Bombardment Cannons, then 2 Simoons, one with Darth Vader. Both of them had XI-7s and Linked Turbo Laser Towers. 400 points.
That's almost as obnoxious as the Modi bloody I2 ISD. Actually, I think I like Clint's list more, actually.
Now,
Simon can really move.
Now, Clint came 6.
Oh, God.
Clint came 6. How many games did Clint win to come 6?
1.
He won 1. He won 1
his opponent.
And lost 3, and he got 22 tournament points.
Won 1 and lost 3. Oh, God.
And he came 6.
Oh, man, I would hate to see that list in the hands of a really good player, because that's just one of those lists which just like really give you a bad day.
Yeah. And
Clint's not bad with that sort of thing. He knows how to give you a bad day with that sort of list.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, man. That list, that's what I hate about a lot of these imperialists with ships like that, like the Onega, the Star Destroyers, and the interdictors. You get 3, you take those 3 ships, any combination, you're having a bad day.
Yeah.
You're generally not going to drop more than 1 unless you have a really strong bomber and attack combination.
Yeah.
Like I've got a few lists that do that, but still, you're going to have a bad day.
And I played Clint in one of the rounds. I did manage to beat him, but his dice are almost the same as his normal dice in TTS.
His virtual dice are as good as his table dice.
Oh my God. He just gets these doubles everywhere. And You know, when I start getting salty.
So we're going to start calling him the dancing monkey now, are we? Because he gets the good dice results.
Oh, man. Like, when I start getting salty, you know you're doing something well.
Oh, yeah.
So the next one on the list was 7th was Kaiser. So that was Russell from Ireland. He was 2-2 and with 22 points, same as Clint, but he was 2-2. But his MOV was lower. Clint had 287 and Kaiser had 260. Kaiser did beat Clint in the first round as well on top of that.
That hurts even more.
It's
not the fact that a guy with one win, it doesn't matter for prize support, obviously 6 and 7.
Yeah.
But there's nothing worse when you look at the ladder and think, he got 1 win, I got 2 wins. He's ahead of me.
It's going to get better.
Beat him.
It's going to get better. You what? So
it gets better than that? Okay, let's see.
So yeah, I'll go through his list. So he had the Starhawk, Krista Agate, Strategic Advisor, Wall Explosives, Kirkland Sholin, Advanced Transporter Net, SW7 Iron Batteries, H9, Turbo Lasers, Magnites, and Unity. Then this is where it gets interesting. Assault Mark 2B, Ezra Bridger.
Love Ezra.
Veteran Gunners and ECMs. And then Pelter, Leia, Decaps, and just 2 Y-Wings.
Oh, man, that should have been the winning list.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pelter. He should have won the tournament.
Yeah, I know. I know how you much love the Pelter. Hence why I kind of had to talk about that one. So in 8th place was Andrew. Andrew was 2-2 and 21 points. So I'll keep going on that. 2-2 and 21 points. Andrew was flying, of course, a Starhawk. 2 Corvette A's with TRC. Staple that on. TRC at 75 with Comsnet, Shara Bay, Tycho, Hera, Gold, and 2 Y-Wing squadrons. If you watch some of Andrew's first games, you need to talk to Andrew. What do you do with Corvettes? What command do you give Corvettes?
Nav.
Yeah. Nav, and sometimes concentrate fire when you feel lucky or risky.
No. Do you know when you give the concentrate fire?
Yeah.
What you do with Corvettes is quite simple. First command, you may want to give it a repair token or a nav if you do not need to increase or decrease the speed if you want that token.
Yeah.
After that, it does nothing but nav.
Yeah.
The only time you do anything other than nav is then when, look at that. It doesn't matter if I do a nav, it makes no difference. He's going to fly off into the distance. He's not going to get to shoot anything cool. I'll drop a con fire or maybe I'll drop a squad.
He was in that first game, he was doing squadron commands for his unactivated squadrons.
It's not always a dumb idea, but usually it is.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 it is.
All right. Are you ready for this? We'll come to now 9th place. You ready for this? Trash.
I'm ready. I'm sitting down.
9th place with 21 points. How many did he win and lose?
Oh, I bet he won 3 and lost 1.
That's correct. Armada, baby.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, that's Armada for you.
Yeah. So Clint
lost
3 and 1, came 6th with 22 points. Trash came
2
3 and 1,
and then 3 and 1.
came 21 points, and is in 9th place.
This could only happen in Armada.
Yeah.
Just missing the top 8. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. I gotta ask. Did Trash beat Clint?
Yes. I know.
He played a game.
Hang on.
And he beat... Check that. You gotta check that.
I know they played. I know they played.
They played?
Yes, he did beat Clint, but it was 125 to 12. That's how close it was.
Hilarious.
That's how close it was.
Trash.
That's how close it was.
I'm feeling your pain, mate.
And Clint would have won that game. If you watch that match, it is an absolute gold. Clint could have won that game. It was the
same. I think it was the same at Nationals too. Like last year's Nationals, which was oddly enough about this time last year, was last year's Nationals.
Yeah, it was exactly this time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was exactly this time last year was last year's Nationals. It was the same there where there was that one guy. I only lost 2 games, the first and the last. And the first game I lost, the guy there, I think he went on. I think did he win 4 games?
Yeah,
4 zip and didn't make the cut.
Yeah, Armada.
4 zip didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Armada. And he bet me, and I made it. I got to go on the top table, and it's just Armada.
Yeah.
Oh God, something's got to be done.
Yeah. So Alexei came 10th place.
I think you really do go. Just on that, I think they really got to get rid of 5-6. It's got to be 6-4, and I think that would fix the problem.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how we go in 1.5. There's some actually interesting changes that I did listen into with Krabak. They're getting rid of price. They're getting rid of strategic. That's been put in storage, cold storage. Price, Bale, and strategic.
Bale's gone too?
Yep.
Well, look, they are kind of problem. Strategic, I thought was a problem, but actually, I didn't think Bale and Price were a problem.
Yep. Apparently, you'll be given a number of pass tokens depending on what ships you have, if they're large, medium, or small, and that's it. You'll get that amount of pass tokens, and that's all you get to use for the game, for that game.
FFG, just fuck's sake, just put a pass rule in and just be.
That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a pass rule, but it's going to be pass tokens.
No, it's going to be a resource rule. It's pass resource now instead of tokens. It's okay, cool. Yeah, it's kind of fun for that, but look, just keep the game simple and just put in a freaking pass rule and be done with it. It would be,
Well, that's what I heard. So that's
anyway. Keep going. Keep going. Let's look at it. Alexi, we're up to Alexi.
So Alexi 10th place, 2-2, 18 points. He had the Starhawk as well. He had the Starhawk, Chris Agate, Wallach Bliss, Strategic Advisor, Boarding Troopers, Leading Shots, TRC, Unity. And then he had
Nothing wrong with the TRC Unity.
Unfortunately, he didn't use it a lot, and every time he gave him that evade, it was just not used right. We wanted Link Turbo Laser Towers on it instead.
Link Turbo Laser Tower is better.
Yeah. And then he had 3 TRC Corvettes with one with Janus Light, G75 Comsnet, and then 2 A-Wings. Yeah.
Actually, you know where the TRC comes in real handy? Salvo.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he wasn't using it on Salvo, then that's probably would be doing it wrong. But TRC Unity with Salvo is actually pretty good, but you probably still get the distance out of
Alexi, great guy. He came 10th, but he was the closest guy to actually beat David.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would with that list. Yeah. David would not have liked to have seen that list. Yeah. That list counts him pretty hard.
David won on a lucky shot at the end of the game. If you watch the game, it was just a lucky shot where he actually accuracied his brace and died. So this is before. This is the double shot.
And couldn't agate the brace, or
no. This is the first shot. He had to agate the brace. Then the second shot came in.
Okay.
Yeah. So
got the accuracy and then couldn't knock it down, and then
and then he couldn't. He had to agate on the first shot where he could not just double brace it. So hence why he was a bit annoyed with that one. But he was the closest one to beat David. So
was that a poor choice in when to choose to use agate, or was
no? He had to. He had to because he would have been.
He had
dead.
to on the first shot, and then or he would have died, and then
Then of course Steve came 12th. Oh, sorry, Ian came 11th. Sorry, I do apologise. Ian.
New Zealand, Ian.
Yeah, New Zealand, not UN. 1 and 3 with 18 points.
Ian spelled incorrectly with 2 I's.
Yes. Yep. So he had the battle cruiser again, Krista Agate, Wallace Blizzard's gunnery team, auxiliary shield teams, leading shots, XI7, spinal armaments, Moncal Exodus fleet, MC80 assault cruiser with Major Derlin, engine techs, ECMs, advanced projectors, leading shots, H9s, and Moncal Exodus fleet, GR75 with Comsnet, and then 3 X-Wings and Biggs Darklighter for 399 points. So not bad. Not too bad.
All the Starhawks though seem to have finished down lower, didn't they?
Yeah. Rebel was first, then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Well, Rebel MCU was first.
And then second to sixth is all Imperial. Then seventh was Russell with his Starhawk. Then okay. So 12th.
So does that mean Imperials dominate?
Well, apart from David, yes.
Apart from David, yeah.
So 12th was Steve with his Vader Onega. Luke was 13th with he was flying a Riken MCU list. So he was you could tell he wasn't into Rebels. You could tell he was more Imperials. He was out of his league. So he had of course Yavaris. He had Assault Frigate B with Riken, Wallach Blitzix, Flight Controllers, Boosted Comms, ECMs, and TRC. Then 2 GR75s, one with Torren Farr, Aiden Tala, boosted comms and all that rubbish by Hope.
That's the other one where TRC on that thing should have been LLT instead.
Yeah. And his squadrons was Luke, Dutch, Wedge, Jan, Gold, and 4 Y-Wings.
Yeah.
No, you didn't get the wooden spoon, Luke. That wasn't you. You were 13th. So
It was 14th.
It was 14th was Matthew. Matthew was flying, he was a New Zealander by the looks of it as well. He was flying Admiral Modi with 1 Imperial Class 2 Star Destroyer with Modi, Strategic Advisor, gun teams, quad laser turrets, reinforced blast doors, and leading shots. Then a Kuat with Palpatine, gun teams, quad laser turrets, reinforced blast doors, leading shots, external racks, and then 2 Naked Raiders. Well, I think the 2 Naked Raiders, as you said, you probably needed some squadrons, maybe 2 Decimators.
4 Decimators?
Yeah, 4 Decimators. Oh, actually, just 1 Raider.
4 Decimators?
Yeah. Something, but yeah.
That's really got me thinking that, actually. Like, looking at that comparison, 4 Raiders to... Yeah, 4 Decimators or 2 Raiders? I really think I'd rather... Look, it really depends. It's the activation game, I suppose. Coming out with all these pass tokens coming out, I suppose it's going to make that null and void.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think 4 Decimators will be better in the future than 2 Raiders.
Yeah, and Intel is getting changed. You know that as well?
No.
Intel, instead of making everyone heavy, it's making your ships having grit.
That seems pointless. Yeah, that pretty much nullifies. Okay, so Intel just gives all your ships grit. Okay, all that's going to do is just going to someone just brings 2 or 3 squadrons. It's just to hold off the squadron ball for a round or 2, like 2 aces. Like, you bring Shara Tycho. That would probably more or less nullify that until you just go, okay, cool, kill Tycho, then just ignore Shara for the rest of the game.
Yeah. At least, look, Jan will probably still be brought in.
Oh, Jan, you don't bring Jan for the intel anyway, so you bring Jan for the double braces on all your other ships. Like, the intel's useful, but she's there more for her ability.
Yeah.
This screws Dengar.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, this screws Dengar.
Dengar's still good. He's still got his counter.
He's still good. Like, his ability is still good, but the thing that annoys you about Dengar is not his ability. It's the fact that you bring Dengar because you want to move Mauler around the board.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the thing. So you want to move Mauler around the board. You want to move. Oh, cool. I brought my 4 A-wings up to lock down all your bombers.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter. You got Dengar. All the bombers move away, and then all my ships are stuck engaged with Dengar.
Yeah.
Who's scatter ace, and then he isn't exactly easy to kill with just 3 blue dice, and. So it kills Dengar. It doesn't kill Jan, because Jan's strength is Jan bigs 3 X-wings. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. That's Jan's strength right there.
Yeah.
Some Y-wings or whatever. She's strong without this. The grit, I used her intel ability when I wanted to think, you know what, I can get that 1 bomber away and fly over and shoot that thing. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But it didn't really... Yeah, you don't use Jan for that intel ability. You use her for a brace ability. But that screws Dengar up.
Yeah. Yeah. Intel...
I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, we'll see.
I don't like Dengar.
Yeah.
But I did like the intel ability. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. But, there's going to be more rule changes. It's going to come. But these are the things we do know about what's happening, the changes in 1.5. So,
look, a lot of that sort of stuff I can live with. I just don't want to see where they do like stuff like 2.0, where all of a sudden, oh yeah, guess what? You can no longer take that ship with that card for the next 6 months. Well, it's just if they start doing that, it's just my stuff's going on eBay. It's eBay straight away. If they start doing that, it's just if that's what it turns into. And where I can't keep up with X Wing like that. I'll just fly 5 X Wings, or I just come up with some random jank list. I can't keep up with X Wing anymore. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's just I have a life. I don't have time to look at X Wing every day. because of changes and stuff. It's so
Sam's on. Hi Sam. Sam's saying I might actually bring squadrons now.
Yeah.
Clint's like what are squadrons? So
yeah, that whole that's interesting because that whole Dengar ruling also makes my Jan and 3 A-wings much more powerful too, because Jan and 3 A-wings is going to be great now because that will lock everything down now.
Yeah.
Until you kill at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
And you bring Chara, Tycho, and 2 A-wings. Well, yeah, you kill the generics, but then you got to deal with those freaking scatter aces, and they're plinking you back with counter along the way. So, yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. So
Dengar, just oh, cool. I'm just going to ignore them now. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's really going to screw up a lot of Imperial bomber lists.
Yeah,
that ruling really changes that rule alone is going to change a lot of Imperial lists. I don't think it'll change Rebel lists much, but that is really going to change.
Well,
Imperial
on top
lists.
of that, the 4 aces with tokens as well is going to hurt Imperials a little bit too, but not as
hurt. But you'd only normally take 6 Imperial ace lists, wouldn't you? Was 6 and was it 8?
Yeah. Sometimes
you could do 8,
6 8, but
6 to 8.
Yeah, definitely. You've got Valen, Sienna, Marek, Jendon, Dengar.
It's 4 token aces, isn't it?
Yeah, token aces. Yeah, so
yeah.
Saber won't be hurt. Yeah, but that's the only ace that people talk that doesn't have tokens. But you can talk about black, but let's not talk about Black Squadron.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, you're looking.
Hey, Black Squadron's great. There's nothing wrong with Black Squadron.
No, that's what
Black Squadron's a real annoying ship, actually.
Yeah.
Black Squadron can be. It'd be like, oh, good, I got it from 1 hit. Get that escort. Great. 4 dice, 1 hit. There we go. Again, 4 dice.
1 hit.
All crits, 1 accuracy.
Yeah. Fine. And then has that counter.
Time fire reroll, another accuracy. And it has the counter, which always rolls 1 hit.
Yeah. It always seems to be that way when you go against it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's got Dengar and then Hellrunner, and then great. Now it's rolling 3 dice back at me, and that other freaking ship, the other upgrade card that gives increasing counters. That thing can get like 4 counter 4 from memory, can't it?
Yeah, Instructor Goran, yes.
Oh no, wait, it doesn't have Swarm, does it?
No, so that doesn't count. It doesn't let.
So it doesn't. So it doesn't get the Hellrunner reroll. So it can only have max 3 then.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it doesn't have Swarm, correct.
Yeah, but still, when you roll 3 ships into it, and 2 of them kind of get 1 hit, and the other one gets nothing, that thing rolls 3 blue dice back.
Yeah, Instructor Goran, while the friendly's non-heavy squadron is at distance 1 or 2, it has counter 1 or increases its counter value by 1.
Hey, that's actually good, actually. That's the good thing about the intel change, is that it screws your opponent's plans up to make all your ships heavy to give them... because I think there's abilities where if you make them heavy, then you can do things to them. Or something. I think there is. I think there's some ability like that where when ships become heavy, they get certain abilities or something, or certain attacks go against them. I can't remember what it is.
I know that there's advanced transponder that makes them. You can't shoot ships that are heavy.
So if you move Dengar into the ship, then now it's heavy. It's got to have a heavy keyword.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. It's been. I haven't looked at the Armada for 3 months, so I have to look at it again soon.
Yeah, I've actually, I've been playing a lot of TTS and I'm enjoying that. It's not as good as the real thing, but it's got to do for now.
I remember after the league, and then we had that brief period where we could get in the shop for a little bit, and I played that first Armada game after playing all these games on TTS. Yeah. I'm like, oh god, I forgot how long it takes to set a game up.
Yeah, I know. That's the good thing.
Oh, the components.
The positive thing about TTS. Bloop.
It's there. Done.
Can't do that in real life.
No, you cannot.
All right.
Oh, mate, so we're nearly about an hour and a half now, so I think it's time to
let's wrap this off.
So, any thoughts left on the league? Like any other comments you wish to make?
No, but I really it was really good fun actually playing Armada. It was not the real thing, but it was close enough. It was good to thank you so much for all the players who actually played and let me stream the games. Streaming some of really interesting games on TTS. Some that came down to the wire, some that were just absolute jank to watch. For me, some people like, we're at the bottom of the table. Do you really want to watch our games? Like, yes. watching
because sometimes that's where the more interesting games happen.
That's it. You the bottom of the table. It's the pressure's off. You don't have to think about it too much. You're out there to have fun, and sometimes some of the best games are the ones that just filled with pure jank. And they were some of the really good games on TTS. It was really
usually
fun.
Usually Trash and Clint are usually some of the best games.
I recommend watching Trash and Clint's game. Highly recommend. So a lot of games on there. I think I got like about 14 games streamed on there. So I highly recommend to watch some. But yeah, definitely with Clint on there, you just watch some of the shenanigans he pulls off. It's just ridiculous. And highly recommend Trash and Clint. Just hearing Trash, just rolling his eyes and saying, and just almost about to flip the table when Clint rolls those dice. It's pure gold. Let's just go.
What's the goal? What's the comment? You can't hear somebody roll their eyes. Yeah, watch their game.
No, you could hear him. You could hear it.
Was it? You can't hear pitches.
Yeah, you can on this one. You can.
You can when you see a bad dice roll, and then you just all of a sudden you hearing the frustration.
And Sam saying, and that bloody dice tray, Clint and his bloody dice tray. 100%, Sam. I totally agree. So
here's a fun thing. Here's a fun thing for everyone who's playing. You do actually have the ability to delete that dice tray. I'm just saying, you have that ability to delete that dice tray of his.
Yeah, but I thank everyone who played at the David's tournament and let me stream. Everyone's all happy and most happy to let me stream, and it was awesome to get some awesome Armada content onto the channel. That's probably the hardest thing right now that we're stuck indoors. We couldn't get new content onto the channel, and the tournament allowed me to do that. So thank you very much for all the guys. Really fun tournament, really good positive thing to come out of this whole lockdown period. So yeah, that's all I got to say. And hopefully those cards are in the mail, so hopefully they'll come very shortly. So
fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Australia Post does its right thing. All right, cool. Any last words, Ian? Before we
it's it for me. I'm about ready to go to bed. We're nearly getting 10:30, so yeah.
That's it from us. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed what you see tonight. We'll be back with more Mandalorian chat. Mando chat. Hopefully I'll do an unboxing, some X Wing unboxing. That's for our X Wing viewers. I know it's been a bit down in the dumps. I'll do some unboxings and do more X Wing stuff for you guys. So stick with us. I know, I get it, I understand. I'll be there. But we'll definitely talk about Mando. We'll maybe have some Armada news. You'll never know. But remember, subscribe, like us on Facebook, and fly casual.